Hi everybody, Andrew Cuneo here. I'm back with another Wilds of Eldraine draft, trying to get ready for the upcoming Arena Open. So, we've got the rare Regal Bunnicorn, which I think is a pretty good card. I haven't had it yet in Limited, I've only played against it in Constructed. I don't think it's a very good card in Constructed. I mean, it like, if you get a good draw and your opponent doesn't interact with it, you're going to win, but as soon as your opponent starts interacting with you, I think it winds up being pretty terrible. So welcome to Sweet Tooth, which is okay. And there's also Candy Grapple, which I think is the best common. Maybe Torch the Tower is better. It's one of those two for sure. I don't think there's really anything else here to consider. I guess it's, do I play it safe and pick Candy Grapple, or do I try the interesting pick with the Bunnicorn? I think I'm going to go with Candy Grapple. Oh, penalized. This Hilda is actually potentially very powerful. I mean, it is. It needs setup, which this is one of the setup cards. Oh. Kind of wish I'd picked the Bunnicorn. I think now, though, the thing to do is to just pick the Candy Grapple. Let somebody else go into this white-blue deck. Well, you've seen me do it before. I don't think it's going to surprise anyone when I pick Candy Grapple yet again. Another black removal spell, Intruder Alarm. This probably is not a good card in Limited. This card, it's very easy to make infinite combos with this card if you're constructing your deck, which is why I think it's banned in every constructed format. So I guess this is between Fairy Fencing and Tough Cookie. I think Tough Cookie is definitely a better card. But Fairy Fencing is a black card, and I've already picked 4 black cards. Obviously, at some point, I'm going to want a second color, but I don't know that I'm going to... that, like, now is the point to do it. There's a Stab Wound, which is certainly fine. It seems like white and green are somewhat open. This is a weird draft. I haven't had this happen before. At some point, I'm going to need to get some creatures. I also would like to get some card drawing. When you have this much removal, you generally want to, especially cheap removal, you want to pair it with some card drawing. So I'm going to very happily pick Into the Fey Court here. I think this is like the perfect thing to pair with what I've got going on. What does this thing do? I think this is generally a pretty bad card. I do have 4 copies of Candy Grapple, though. There's also Twisted Fealty, which is potentially really good. I think I'm going to take Twisted Fealty and hedge a little bit. More blue cards. I've been kind of impressed by this Gatekeeper. Not that it's like a great card, but I think you're happy to get it as a late pickup. It's going to be a little bit worse in this deck because one of the things that's nice about it is it just gives you a turn 2 play when you're on the draw. But when you have 4 Candy Grapples, you're looking for that less. I haven't been very impressed with this is a main deck Disdainful Stroke format. I think I'll just take Sleight of Hand over Ice Out. Whoever picked the blue-white mythic is going to be happy when they wield it uncommon. This is a very easy Hopeless Nightmare. That's a great card to get to wheel. It's really nice when I've got the 4 Candy Grapples. It also, it's occasionally they'll be empty-handed and you can like bounce something and then get it with Hopeless Nightmare. That's not going to come up very often, but it is a play pattern you should be on the lookout for. I doubt I'm going to be a deck that can play Ego Drain, but that Skewer Slinger has not really impressed me. I think Rat Out is one of the cards that I've come down in my evaluation of the most. I thought it was kind of like Fungal Infection. I mean, it is kind of like Fungal Infection, but just the body you get is so much worse than the body you got from Fungal Infection. So do I want a blue card, or do I just want to pick Realm Scorcher Hellkite? There's also Shrouded Shepherd, which is a very good card. I don't think it makes sense to pick Shrouded Shepherd. Maybe it makes sense to pick Scorcher Hellkite. Yeah, we'll see. There's a chance that pick doesn't wind up getting played. Alright, I'll take this Spectre. This is not nearly as good of a rare as Realm Scorcher Hellkite. But one thing I do have going on with my deck is I've got like a lot of single target removal. I'm a little bit worried that if somebody's just playing strategy where they make a ton of rats, my deck's going to be bad against it. And this will help against that. This is an excellent black card. There's another Into the Fey Court, which probably won't wheel, but maybe. Black has been really open. I should definitely wind up with a really good deck in this draft. Diminisher Witch does not impress me as a card. So I've got a choice here. I could take the Unruly Catapult. I don't think I would play through these black cards. The best card is definitely this. Yeah, I'll take the Unruly Catapult. And probably not going to play it, but we'll see. Going to continue to hedge a little bit. This is not the thing that's going to draw me more into red. If I was going to take a red card, I would definitely take Grabby Giant. I think instead I'm just going to take Quick Study. Quick Study is a kind of just solid blue card I'm very happy to get. Here we've got another Gatekeeper, a Collector's Vault. I haven't loved this card. I think I'm going to take either another Gatekeeper or Voracious Vermin. I think it's just going to be another Gatekeeper. Do I want a second Into the Fey Court or a second Quick Study? I think I want a second Quick Study. There's also Neva, but I don't really... I guess I have some okay enchantments. I took Quick Study there over Into the Fey Court because I think this is the deck where I'm going to want to play multiple card drawing cards. And I think if you're going to have a lot, you'd rather have more Quick Studies than Into the Fey Court. There's also another Into the Fey Court that I think is probably going to wheel. At least could wheel. I don't really like Ironrot Sentry at all, so I'll just take this Crystal Grotto, which probably I'll play. What does this thing do? No, thank you. I could take Feed the Cauldron. I don't think this is a good deck for Stingblade Assassin. Or I could take Spreading Seas, which gives me another thing to bargain. I think I'll just take Spreading Seas. Do I want Curiosity? I don't really have enough creatures that's reasonable. I might want this Living Lectern. I don't know if that was the pack where I was hoping to wheel into the Fey Court. This is the pack where I was hoping for it to wheel. Don't really want to play any of those cards. I was going to say about Crystal Grotto that I really hated the colorless lands that they would sometimes put in limited sets that you got to scry, but they've kind of married two mediocre lands together, and yeah, they've wound up with something that I'm willing to play. Do I want a third into the Fey Court? I'm not going to splash for either of those. I could just take Shatter the Oath. It's certainly not exciting. I don't think I want to play 3 copies of Into the Fey Court with 2 quick studies, though. Rankle's Prank. I'm basically playing this so both people would sack 2 creatures. Or I could just have exile a creature. I think I'm just going to take exile a creature. I don't think that both people discard 2 cards or both people lose 4 life modes are going to be very good for this deck very often. So that card was mostly just Barter and Blood, which would be fine, but I don't think that's really what I need that badly. A lot of instants or Dream Spoilers. So I guess I'll happily take that. Let's give Sorcerer Roll tokens. Yeah, it seems okay. I don't really have a strong feeling as to whether it's better or worse than Vantress Transmuter. They both seem like kind of filler cards. I will happily take this, though. I've been happy to play this just in any black deck. Oh, wow. What's the white part of this do? It's a flicker. I will be able to cast that off the Crystal Grotto. This isn't really going to do much for me. I mean, it is another card drawing card advantage card. I guess it's better than the other options. I don't think it's going to make my deck, though. This dragon has actually seemed okay to me. Probably better than the Gatekeepers. I don't know that I want a third into the Fey Court. I feel like this is about the best Gadwick's First Duel deck I'm ever going to get, and I'm still not going to play with it. It's a bad sign for that card. I would like to cut... one spell. Could be a Gatekeeper or Spreading Seas, I think. I don't have a ton of bargain stuff. So I'm mostly just playing the Spreading Seas on the hope that it occasionally mana screws my opponent. I do have the 4 Candy Grapples, but that's it for bargain. Should I be playing this? I think it's probably better than Splashy Spellcaster, just because it's cheaper. How many creatures did I wind up with? 9. That's a fine number of creatures, I think. It's just more... Spectre Immortality is going to be a little bit limited, but this guy's always a little bit limited. Yeah, this was I think a pretty straightforward draft. Black was definitely open, and blue was open-ish. I mean, I got 2 into the Fey Courts pretty late, and then obviously the Twinning Twins in pack 3, which is pretty good, went very late. This is a hand I'm reasonably happy with. Obviously, it would be nice if I had 1 more land, but I do have... I can sack the Hopeless Nightmare to Candy Grapple to get 2 Scries if I need to. And well, in a deck like this where I have a lot of removal, like a good amount of cheap removal, you'd much rather start with a land light hand than a land heavy hand. Because now basically anything I draw that isn't just one of like the handful of 5 or 6 drops that are left in my deck, I'm going to be pretty happy with. In the opposite situation, lands are going to be a pretty bad draw. Oh, we got a spell at the start of the game. Blue Black Mirror. I'm going to go ahead and bargain this. Take the scry now. I'll be keeping certainly Swamp. Should I keep this into the Fey Court? I might be greedier on that if I didn't have so many quick studies and other into the Fey Courts left in my deck. I intentionally played a Swamp there so that they won't see Take It Back coming. I'm going to surprise them. Shock them with it even. Surprise. Take it back. Hope that shocks you. They're just going to spell stutter it. Ice out. Bargaining away. They're like, change of plans. Seems like you need blue mana after all. Even worth doing. Yes. It was worth doing because I saved my Taken by Nightmares to be able to use it on that thing. Land, please. Land. So if they have a land, I have to take the hit from this. If they don't have a land, I'm just going to block. This does not seem like a good matchup for the trigger on this thing, so I'm just going to play this as a 5-mana 3/3 flyer and trade it with something. Guess I did gain a life there, so that wasn't a pointless attack. Man, I'm scry overloaded. Find some more card drawing. Or Twinning Twins. Which I do have access to white mana, so like, what does this do? Exile target non-token creature. Turn the battlefield under the owner's control. Alright. I'll do it. And we'll get to draw a card off of the Bitter Chill going away. Why did they do that? Can't block here because they would just spend 6 mana and eat my Barrow Naughty. But I think things are about to start looking pretty bad for the opponent. with fine cards. This doesn't seem like a very good mind rot. Stab wound to the Baronauti. You've wounded it. It was very smart of me to play Spreading Seas to go with my Taken by Nightmares. I'm gonna feel silly if this gets spell stuttered. I went ahead and did it because if they don't have spell stutter and instead play a 3-drop, I want a Candy Grapple. It could potentially screw up my curve, having not spent that mana, but it would have felt bad. Alright, Scryland getting the job done there. I think I'll save this thing to be a removal spell rather than just playing it as a 3-2 here. Jealous, they drew a quick study. Where am I at? That's a good card, and I have so few creatures it's probably actually going to be a little bit annoying to beat. I'm hoping that this is not the deck that I passed that had the Hilda as well, so it's going to be kind of scary. Into the Fey Court. This is not going great for me. The only good news is that they're not really close to killing me, and I have my own card drawing cards I can draw into. And I deserve to draw into. Give them something to start tapping. This one you can't bounce your own stuff. The I forget the name of it, but the 4-mana cantrip bounce thing, you can bounce your own stuff. Oh no, that thing's gonna die too. Come on to the Fey Court. Or Swamp. Swamps are good too. I'm gonna bargain this just to dig. guess I'm going to keep the 3/3 flare. It's certainly not great, but it's also above average, I would say. Never mind. Ready to attack you. I failed. Actually, oh, I did 2 damage to them with this enchantment. That was a nightmare. That could be a problem for me. This game might come down to decking, honestly. Whoa, they're actually discarding spells. Alright. Johan's Stopgap. That's the card that you can use to bounce your own permanents. They could have used the Hilda's Crown of Winter in response to tap this to draw a card. I think that would have been worth it, right? I would have meant I would have gotten to deal a point of damage with this fairy. But, I don't know. They saved 1 point of damage to not draw a card. That doesn't seem worth it at this point in the game. Come on, discard more spells. No, they discarded a land. Put 1 spell on the bottom of the deck. Diminisher Witch. To 15. I'm gonna let this hit me, and I'll stab wound it. Not concerned about keeping my life total super high. I think this game is gonna either be win based on attrition or decking. Wasn't going to block anyway. Is that the third candy grapple or the fourth? It's the third. One of the reasons I was excited to have this Baronauti in this deck is because of situations like this where this deck is going to lead to some long games. I have so much removal. So just having something that, you know, you don't get a great effect, but you can spend your mana to a somewhat useful effect. It's nice of this. Can Twinning Twins the Spellscorn Coven in their draw step? Or does this come back at end of turn? Beginning of the next end step. So no, that wouldn't work. Change plans. Be free Bognaughty or Baronaughty. Oh, they're going to draw 4? Okay. I was a little bit worried that I was ahead on decking, but now they're ahead on decking. A lot of problematic flyers for them to deal with after having lost their tapper. Something for me to kill. We'll see if they target it with the trigger. That I might kill. Gingerroot. Really brutal. Seems pretty greedy. They could have royal treatment, but if they have royal treatment and they're not getting other thing, but whatever, it didn't matter. So this would be a 3/3. Just go ahead and kill it. Certainly going to kill the 4/4 flyer. I'll keep my 6/5. Not the best thing I could have seen. That would, of course, have been into the Fey, whatever draw 3 is called. What do they have? think it doesn't even really matter. It might be that deal 3 to an attacking or blocking creature card. Is that something they could have had there? We're going to find out what it is. I was right. It was that damage from an attacking or blocking creature. Okay. Kind of making this interesting. One creature in the yard. Come on, card that draws more cards. That's not a great draw. I'm going to double block here because it's just 3 free life. I think that they're forced to trade with the Gatekeeper. Twinning twins. That twin. Am I trying all my big creatures? Trying 2 Gatekeepers, the Archive Dragon. I don't really have that much left. Come on, something good. Those are both pretty good. Guess this one's better. zone, something good. It's fine. Pretty unlikely to die. They have to get a blocker out of the way and add 2 power. This is weird. How do I have a hand that doesn't have any candy grapples in it? I thought that was mathematically impossible with my deck. I'm ready to draw an island. I think it's spend mana to kill the Dream Spider, which is okay. The rest of the modes on this thing do tap and gain light. Not the greatest card I've ever seen. Got a spectral or a shrouded shepherd. Okay. It definitely doesn't feel great to be making that play there, but the problem is the other play I can make is Quick Study, which doesn't use my mana very well. This way, next turn, if I don't draw an island, I can just cast the Quick Study, and if I find an island, I can play Gatekeeper potentially. That guy's going. Ooh, take a point on the way out, though. Bang. An island. By not spending mana on the Baronauti on my turn, I was almost like I basically locked myself into making this play. I was hoping I would play the Shrouded Shepherd first, but it doesn't really matter. That Wicked Roll token is going to be annoying. I'm just going to tap this, and they're going to hit me for 6. I'll go to 9. Do I need this land? 5. Yeah. I'll take it. It'll give me access to 7 mana next turn, so I'll be able to sack my food, Gumdrop Poisoner, and have mana for Candy Grab Apple. Whoa, why aren't they playing this thing? I guess they think they might want to be able to... play the black half? That doesn't make very much sense, but I guess that's their thought process. My plan is if they attack with Red Cap Thief, I'm going to block and I'm going to -3/-3. I guess this has the problem that then I get farmed by that thing. I didn't think that through that well. This is only opponent's creatures, right? I'll make him play that. It's another one of those. I think I messed this game up a little bit. I did gain a lot of life with Gumdrop Poison for those, so it's probably not going to matter. Do I have another one of those gatekeepers left in my deck? I do. So maybe I can draw gatekeepers to bounce something and then Hopeless Nightmare it away next turn. Yikes. Thought I was doing great. That is a lot of value they're getting. The only good news is that they're a pretty low life total. As am I, though. I'm going to play this. It'll put them to 1. Oh, somehow I didn't even realize that card was in their hand. I thought it was like in the adventure zone, which obviously it's not an adventure, so that was not correct. But just having it in play means that I can Candy Grapple for 5. Three bolts with Porridge card really is not very good. If it was aiming to impress, it failed. See, this is the kind of hand I wanted when I drafted my deck. Removal spell and card drawing. All you really need. Yeah, my plan is to ignore this card for a while at least. It does not hit hard enough to warrant a response. Also, this card does not hit at all. 2 quick studies and an Into the Fey Court? How did I get so lucky? Guess I'm just going to bounce this thing so I don't have to discard the hand size. I don't want to use one of my other removal spells on it. And I think I also don't want to just play the Spectre of Mortality. They have an X1 that presumably if I play Balloonist Gatekeeper it's going to die somehow. And it might die in a way that it goes to the graveyard. Maybe not against a white-green deck, but they have stuff in their hand that is not creatures. It's either off-color cards or it's some form of removal spells, many of which are going to make this thing not wind up in the graveyard, but some of them do. Like that one. Though unfortunately, this will also die to the Spectre of Mortality. Still seems worth it. This thing's obviously better than a vanilla 1/1. Have another color? No. Or not that they feel a need to get the land for, at least. Just gonna take the hit from this. I think I'm going to go ahead and Candy Grapple now. I don't want anything to go wrong. And by attacking there, I'm not 100% committing that I'm going to play it, but I'm mostly saying I'm going to play it. Is this card going to be good for me? Maybe. It does make me want to hold on to Balloonist Gatekeeper rather than just firing it off on the Witch Stalker. Okay. My plan was to hold on to the Gatekeeper in case they went empty-handed, and then I would get the Genealogist, but I'll just knock them to empty-handed and play 6/5 instead. I think I'm going to leave this in play because I still have 3 Candy Grapples left in my deck. Good luck, opponent. What you got? Land. No, I think I got done dirty by the tapper. I meant to have mana on tap to cast 2 Candy Grapples. Because the plan is definitely block Hamlet Glutton. Yeah, I guess I could honestly just do block and trade. Why didn't those do attack? What am I planning to do with these fairies? Get rid of that thing. Pretty unimpressed by this Tangle Colony card. Obviously, it's like a 3-power 2-drop. It's not horrible, but it really isn't anything special. Definitely going to block here. I put Barrow Naughty in my deck to block. So I guess if they... This thing doesn't do anything at instant speed. They definitely can have Rat out, yeah. Put Rat out, that's fine. Rats out. They have monster, whatever it's called. No. We do not have that. So this is, they can do that. Instant speed. Gonna keep on trading until I get to resolve into the Fey Court, and then I'll start trading again. Opponents cast a lot of spells, but they don't have that many cards left, and I'm at 21 life. So that doesn't seem very good for them. No land. Wow. I'm not going to trade 6 for 3. we get? Harried Spearguard. I think the main problem is that I'm at 21 life. I think that's where things might be going a little wrong for them. We've been feeling confident enough to start attacking. I thought that was their best creature. Yes. Not to them. If I want, I can just untap my thing. Means I don't get to cast Quick Study or Candy Grapple. Assuming I spend 4 mana on Twinning Twins. I'm just going to play Twinning Twins. Come on, Swamp. Not a swamp, but it does give me an get to play Quick Study on turn 3 at the worst. Tough Cookie's a little bit scary. It can deal a lot of damage. Probably need a swamp next turn. Gonna burn a treasure to deal 4 to me. They are. Alright. Good amount of damages. Come on, 2 swamps. And so far 0. Do have sleight of hand at least. If I draw a swamp, next turn I can play Dream Spoilers and then Tempted with Treats to get the Fairy Dream Thief off the board. It's not a swamp. Okay, I get their last card. That's nice just because I have the collector's vault. Another swamp would be very nice. It's not a swamp. That is. This is kind of good enough anyway. Because I'm still going to be able to play Gumdrop Poison, or whatever the adventure part is called. Tempt with treats. This is probably a pretty safe block and use a combat trick, because you have to think if they had anything that could influence this combat, they would have attacked with Fairy Dream Thief as well. My life total is low enough that it would be worth it for them. That thing's big. I'm gonna have to say it's not very sporting to play creatures that large. Okay. And the Dark Tutelage Hamlet Glutton deck. Could see something going wrong there. I'm not sure what it is, though. Lost 5 life for that thing, but that card is pretty good. What kind of a... It's a royal? No, it's a monster roll. Denied. Did they just scoop? What happened there? I guess they conceded. Weird. Well, that was a pretty easy draft. Lots of top tier removal plus card drawing. It's a pretty good way to win in this format. There aren't a ton of things that people play that really make one-for-one removal look bad. And like the few people, like the person that had the rat guy, the 2/1 that you can also adventure to make 2 more rats. They had a really bad draw against me, so that I didn't get to play against anybody who really just played a lot of go wide cards and made my Candy Grapples ineffective. Everybody I played against Candy Grapple was great, so it made the just Candy Grapple into card drawing a very easy strategy to win with. And yeah, that was a strong draft. Thanks for watching. I will be back with some more content. See you then.